I think designers need to be able to do research. They need to know more than design, unless they're happy just to be, you know, what we call pixel monkeys. You know, I mean that's unfair, because I think anyone who's got the craft and skill to put together good graphic design or communication design is a good skill. But if you want to move up to the management levels, then you need a more systematic approach. You need a body of knowledge that you can share with your staff and lead with, and you need to be able to keep up with the new developments in design.
Richard Buchanan talks about this thing called a doctrine of placement, which is basically talks about this idea where a designer has a sort of a conceptual ability to sort of make a connection or a relationship between certain things, or be able to sort of, you know, be able to place things out of context and sort of see a relationship there. And I think all sort of basically explaining a designer's intuition, I guess. And I guess the thing with these methods is that they aren't sort of, you have to do this one, have to do that one, have to do this one. You can do them in isolation and sort of jump in different areas and sort of go where it feels sort of right, I guess, at the stage. And like, you know, from that, you know, inform later studies or anything like that. But sometimes, I guess, it does create this sort of messiness where you have all this sort of information that's kind of interrelated but not. And I think that's where I think some sort of disciplines outside the discipline of design might struggle with. You know, looking in this messy situation and not being able to try and like encapsulate or be able to visualize all those insights from all different areas and how they could possibly connect into one possible product, service or system, or the likes of that, I guess. So, yeah.
There's two things. I think it's been an expansion of the role, because the qualities that you associate with what I would call a traditional designer, regardless of field, is that singular creative take, that leap between an analysis and a synthesis. That's always part and parcel of what I think is the strength of design things. So it's the magic, it's often referred to as the magic. And I don't think that's changed. I mean, I don't see the point of having a designer on board who's very good at this strategy and collaboration without the magic. They would be something else, I think. So, yeah, the role of designers are changing either through what people, well, certainly through work practice and the collaborative endeavours that new technology brings. But I think the essence of design, or designerly thinking, that's Clive Dillner's term, is secret, or very important to whatever the new versions or manifestations of designers are. So I think they're becoming a lot more ambitious in what they think they can do, from national problems to, you know, something that was rather more easily framed. And the whole sort of Richard Buchanan, wicked problems, designers should be part of everything, you can take with a grain of salt on certain levels. And I know that Donald Norman's very critical of the claims of what design and strategic design and design thinking could be. But yeah, so evolving through both natural reactions to a changing society and the new emphasis on designers being entrepreneurial rather than just simple blind servants of marketing organisations or manufacturers, and also through their own sense of self-importance, I think, they can say, well, we should be part of everything. And I guess those two forces of just reacting to a changing environment and being very much interested in your own self-definition would be just the two main drivers of the change. So where that'll end up, I don't know, but you know, what have you got? 300 subsets of design, and designers there's probably an oversupply of designers, especially, you know, visual communicators, but they always end up doing something with a in a designerly way. So yeah, I often see design education as being very much central to what we do now. In fact, there's a Institute of the Future study on what the skill set should be for 2020, and they're almost all design related. Yeah, the top 10 skills.
The 21st century university and the 21st century design profession must be transdisciplinary, so that's across disciplines, and must put knowledge into practice. Okay, because we have lots of serious problems, and they won't be solved just by designers, and they won't be just solved by scientists or business people, or even artists. You know, it's a collaborative approach.